Change Management Project for the Supervision and Management Bachelor Degree Program, Capstone class. For Erica Brown, Heather Bartell, Nicole Curtis, and Susan Van Zant. What is change management? Change management is a structured approach for ensuring that changes are thoroughly and smoothly implemented, and that the lasting benefits of change are achieved. The focus is on the wider impacts of change, particularly on people and how they, as individuals and as teams, move from the current situation to the new one. The change on question could range from a simple process change to major changes in policy or strategy needed if the organization is to achieve its full potential. Change management is a very broad field, and change management approaches vary widely, from organization to organization and from project to project. Change management focuses on people and is about ensuring change is thoroughly, smoothly, and lastingly implemented. Change management objectives should ensure that there is an active sponsorship for the change at a senior executive level within the organization and engaging the sponsorship to achieve the desired results. It should involve the right people in the design and implementation of changes to make sure the right changes are made. It should involve communication by telling who's affected about the changes. It should involve getting people ready to adapt to the changes by ensuring they have the right information, training, and help. What isn't change management? Change management is not a standalone process. There are many approaches for identifying where to improve performance and for managing solution designs for processes, systems, tools, job roles, and organization structures. Change management is the approach for supporting individuals through the changes required in how they do their jobs. Change management is not a process improvement method. Changes are successful when each employee must do things differently and has awareness, desire, knowledge, and ability in reinforcement. Change management provides structure for helping individuals change, since those individuals are the people's side of the change effort. Change management is not a standalone method technique for improving organization performance. Effective change management draws a number of tools to enable successful individual change. There are 5 major plans created: sponsorship, roadmap, coaching plan, resistance management plan, communication plan, and training plan. Change management is not done by a single individual or even a team dedicated to change management. The change is found throughout the organization. Executive and senior leaders must fill the role of sponsors of change, and supervisors and middle managers play a key role in communicating with direct reports and coaching throughout the change process. The change management process. Phase 1, preparing for change. Phase 2, managing change. And Phase 3, reinforcing change. Selecting and implementing significant change is one of the most challenging undertakings that faces an organization. Research shows that the success rate for implementing major organizational change is quite low. Change can only be done with the greatest determination, discipline, persistence, commitment, and a clear plan for implementing the change. Managing the process of change is essential to successful implementation. Success is based on a defined process to guide the change and assigned change leadership team. The change leadership team must be a team that is given the charter, the responsibility, the authority, as well as the accountability for full implementation of the required change. If the change is for a major subset of the organization, then a separate cross-functional team may be designated. The team must clearly define and allocate with sufficient capacity to do the work. The elements that comprise an organization are structure, work processes, people, and tools. Structure is the view of an organization, which defines the boundaries of authority and decision making. Work processes describe how work gets done in an organization, which drive the business down to detailed departmental processes and procedures. People identifies the skill sets needed for the company and the numbers of people with various skills. The essence is about getting the right people doing the right job. Tools represents physical facilities and capital equipment, management and reporting systems, written documents such as policies, procedures, and manuals, as well as compensation tools. Change management principles. At all times, involve and agree support from people within the system. As transformation programs progress, from defining strategy and setting targets to design and implementation, at each layer of the organization, the leaders who are identified and trained must be aligned to the company's vision, equipped to execute their specific mission, and motivated to make change happen. Understanding where the organization is at are important opportunities to create or compel leadership team alignment. The change management team should confront reality and articulate a convincing need for change. They should demonstrate faith that the company has a viable future and the leadership to get there. They should provide a roadmap to guide behavior and decision making. Understanding where you want to be and what measures will be for having got there is by reinforcing core messages through regular, timely advice, and that is both inspirational and practicable. Successful change programs make it critically important for leaders to understand and account for culture and behaviors at each level of the organization. Leaders should be explicit about the culture and underlying behaviors that will best support the way of doing business, and find opportunities to model and reward those behaviors. Plan development requires continual reassessment of its impact and the organization's willingness and ability to adopt the next wave of transformation. Change leaders can make adjustments necessary to maintain momentum and drive results by information and solid decision-making processes. Communicate, involve, enable, and facilitate involvement allows individuals or teams to know how their work will change, what is expected of them during and after the change program, how they will be measured, and what success or failure will mean for them and those around them. Visible rewards such as promotion, recognition, bonuses should be provided as reinforcement for embracing the change. 8 elements of the change management program. Readiness assessment is the process to begin with significant discussion about whether broad-based systematic change is needed or whether smaller incremental improvements will do the job. Communication and communication planning begins with a careful analysis of the audiences, key messages, and the timing of those messages. The change management team must design a communication plan that addresses the needs of the frontline employees, supervisors, and executives. Coaching and manager training is creating the vision of the desired end state. The change management team must prepare a coaching strategy. The change management team will need to provide training for supervisors, including how to use individual change management tools with their employees. Training and development is about developing the core work processes. Without defined processes, a company will not be able to hire people. The structure should be designed to support how the work gets done. Sponsor activities and roadmaps is about defining key roles and responsibilities that are central to its business. Examples of key roles are project manager, lead engineer, national account manager, customer service representative, and account executive. Resistance management is about modifying the organizational structure. Structure should exist to support what an organization is trying to accomplish, how it is trying to do it, and the requirements people have for the work. Data collection and feedback is establishing the key performance measures. Feedback from employees is a key element of the change management process. Analysis and corrective action based on this feedback provides a robust cycle for implementing change. You should also celebrate and recognize any successes. This encourages people to continue with the change program and realize that it is a good thing for them to do. What happens if change is not managed well? Change efforts must be coordinated by leadership. When change efforts are frequent and happening simultaneously on several fronts without coordination, the organization fractures. Employees become confused and frustrated because they are being pulled in conflicting directions. If structure is not there, the change will fail. Lines of authority and control must be respected. Management can influence those in control, but they can't force them. Change management requires those seeking change to alter their behavior and develop their own skills, or the change will not get any better. If a small group makes the change management plans, employees affected by this decision will not have the time to analyze, think about, and adjust to the new ideas. If employees are left behind at any stage of the process, doors are open in the change management process for misunderstanding and also resistance. Change management will cause more harm if they do not communicate with their people, which can cause a damaging fallout. If change management does not understand people's needs, nor takes the time to understand the people that they're dealing with, the less likely their people will adapt to change. Management should take the time to know their people's strengths and weaknesses in order to have them commit to the change. What happens if change is effectively managed? When change management involves and informs people, it creates opportunities for others to participate in planning and implementing the changes. This also creates a sense of ownership and trust among the people affected. When change management involves the people early and with full communication, this allows them to develop collective understanding for methods and ideas. When change management involves their people in planning and implementing, this will give them a chance to understand the need for the change and how the change will be managed. When managers communicate face-to-face, they are helping their people manage an organizational change. When change management facilitates and enables change, this helps their people understand reasons, aims, and ways of responding positively according to employees' own situations and capabilities. Employees are able to trust an organization when they find their own solutions and responses with facilitation and support from managers. When change management sets aims that are easy to achieve, employees are more likely to respond in a positive way. When management removes obstacles, enables constructive feedback, and gives support, the people are more likely to respond positive to change. When management establishes a simple vision and strategy, focused on emotional and creative aspects necessary to drive service and efficiency, the people will respond positive to change. This is it for the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and we enjoyed giving it to you.